Hey, what's up guys? Kevin here from Snowboard Pro Camp. Today, I'm setting up all my snowboard gear for the first day of the season, and I wanted to share with you guys the 3 most common problems that I see beginners run into with their gear and how to solve those problems. The first problem that I see beginners run into is showing up on their first day and not having their snowboards waxed. And this can cause a huge problem because when you're learning to ride, you want to have your snowboard sliding smoothly on the snow. And when it's not waxed, it can actually stick to the snow and you just can't get your board going down the hill. So that makes it almost impossible to learn. So what you can do is if you have a brand new snowboard, it already comes with wax on it. But if you have a secondhand snowboard, you can take it into a shop to get it waxed, or you can wax it yourself. So I just waxed my board, and I've got the iron here, the scraper, some wax, and I also gave my board a really good clean with a base cleaner. And just making sure that your board is nice and waxed and ready to go is just gonna make everything run a lot smoother. You're gonna learn better, you're gonna progress a lot faster, and you're gonna avoid that big problem of showing up and having your board stick to the snow. The second problem that I see beginners run into is not having waterproof gear. And this is really bad if on your first day, your gear's not waterproof because you're sitting in the snow, you're pushing yourself up out of the snow, and you can just get really soaked if your stuff isn't waterproof. And this is especially true if you have secondhand pants and jacket because the waterproofing actually wears off. So what I did is I picked up a can of waterproofing spray and I just gave my jacket and pants a really good spray on the areas that get the most wet. So on my jacket, on the shoulders, and also on the sleeves. And then on my pants, I mainly sprayed on the front of them, on my thighs, where when you're sitting on the chairlift and snow can build up. And then obviously if you're a beginner, you're gonna be sitting in the snow a lot, so you can give the back a good spray too. And also it's really important to have waterproof gloves or mitts on your first day. So give them a spray if you need to. And this is just gonna save your hands and everything from getting wet. The drier you can stay on your first day will definitely just make the entire experience a lot more enjoyable. The third problem I see beginners run into is showing up on their first day without their stance properly set up. And this is really tough when you're trying to learn something new and you don't have the proper base to learn from. So if your bindings are too narrow or too wide, it's gonna make learning really difficult. The way that I like to set up my bindings are to have them a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and then to have them set out on a duck stance. So the angle's on the front about +13 and on the back -13. And then you can put your feet into your bindings and see if it's comfortable. And then you also want to make sure that your bindings are set back towards your tail a little bit. And this is because when you're going to make those first turns, they're easy to do with a smaller tail and bigger nose. Your board will just slide around a lot smoother. Awesome guys, so I hope that these 3 tips will help. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with any friends that are learning to snowboard. Thanks for watching guys, have fun out there, and I'll see you in the next video soon.